Someday, someday, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, when we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise. And when we first begun, I am all out of sorts today. It's like, David, is the bike on? Is the bike on, Dave? Oh, man, I am a mess. I am a mess today. Y'all, wow. So grateful for each and every one of you who have come through. It's from Rebecca Touch by Yarn. It's like, David, you don't have the right mic selected. So I had my my mic. He's like, yeah, volume on the music, but not the mic. We hear you. Enenea, thank you for coming through. Homesick Mac, Wally Verse, Tamaris Mitchell. We had First Floor Audio, Lee, and Lady Mart. Greetings, Lady Mart. Yes, indeed. And thank you, Rebecca, for coming through today to share. Tamaris coming in from Maine. We have official Emma Moras. Yes, good morning. Good morning to you, official Emma. And Tamaris was saying, yes, precious Lord. She was quoting all the songs as they came on. And, Lee was just waving, saying hi. Thank you, David, for that. Is it precious? I don't know if it was precious Lord or just a closer walk. Rebecca was saying this was one of my mother's favorite songs. And so glad that we were able to bring back that memory to you, Rebecca. And you're going live today, Rebecca. Today is the day, Rebecca Touched by Yarn, and we're going to shift this stream over to Kirk when we're done. But just grateful to be able to share with you today. And Mac, thank you for coming in late, but it's never too late. Just go back to maybe 4 minutes in. If you're going to listen to the replay, skip. I might just trim that part out of the video and let it post up. I might just trim that part. Never too late for okra. Never too late for okra. I don't even know why. Laquita, thank you for coming in. Rosalind's family ministry. Y'all, family episodes. That sounds like a great. I don't think I've seen you here before, but that sounds like a great channel name. That sounds like a great channel name. In honor of that name, we're going to switch to purple. Let's switch to purple. Let's bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Switching to purple. We're just going to make that on indigo, right? Indigo. So glad that you're here. It's like, hey, Superfood. It's like, never too late for okra. Wally verse might have something to say about that. And thank you for playing along, Mac. That was good. I really, really do appreciate that. We Shall Overcome is one of the songs we played toward the end. Really, really in the spirit of the day. Here in the United States, we have a holiday, a day of remembrance for one of our civil rights leaders of the past century. In the 20th century, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a man who really made a difference. A man who was forward thinking. He's like, hey, if we can get all the people together at the table, really sit down and have a negotiation, sit down and have a conversation, sit down and make plans to really be free. You know, it was really 70 years, 74 years. It's really not that far away, 74 years. My mom is going to be 86 this year. So she would have been 16 in 1950. Wait a minute. That's not right. No. She would have been 12. Okay. So got it together, David. So she ain't 86. I don't even know my David. Don't think about it. Oh man. I need to get her age right in my head. Anyway, she was a young lady in 1950 when they were still lynching people here in the United States. So for whatever. So, and it really was a time when there was change needed to be made. We were free, but we weren't really free, like to do all the things, right? So Martin came in and just made a difference. And so I'm just grateful for remembering Martin Luther King Jr. today and what he stood for. He stood for peace and equality for us. It's like, I have a dream that my son and my daughter would be able to sit at the table with your son and daughter, and they can all get the. I'm paraphrasing the speech now, y'all. I don't know it verbatim. The spirit of that thing was amazing. So lift every voice and sing. Precious Lord, take my hand, because I just want a closer walk with you. And as I walk with you, I know that I will overcome because of your amazing grace. And as I overcome by the grace given to me by God, because the grace gives you favor. So you are able to go into places and do all the things just based on who you are as a child of God. And that gives me the unction to help somebody. I was 6 years old when he was taken from the earth. Thank you so much, Martin Luther King Jr. Man. MLK was highly oh man, I should be in these comments. Wally Verse, my man, Team No Okra, thank you. If I could help somebody leave okra alone, hey, then my living will not be in vain. It's like, I can't hear you sing. We can hear you playing. And this was the moment where it all fell apart, right? All fell apart. And Enea came through, and we have Rosalind's family episodes. I already acknowledged you, but I just wanted to say thank you for coming through today, and for everyone's greeting each other. Superfood parents talking about we never too late. That's right. That's right, Wallyverse. Wally is keeping it on the real. No, it's always late for Okra. No Okra 2024. Yes, okay. Coming over from Momo's channel. Momo is a Ugandan living in Kenya. Is she from Uganda? I forget. Man, Lord help. She gonna kill me. She gonna kill me. And my sweet mother birthday is today. I'm not sure how young she would be today, but her name is still Violet. Happy birthday, Violet. We do appreciate and acknowledge the elders who have gone before. And yes, Mike, I read this earlier, but MLK was highly respected in my home country. Well, both of them, former Yugoslavia and Sweden, Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know, it reminds me of another freedom fighter, guy who spent many years in prison and later became the president of his country, um, Nelson Mandela, and really two peas in the same pot, right? Different peas, but in the same pot. They melted from the same cloth. And I really wanted to share that today as a touch point looking forward. Just looking at your hands, at your physical space. What can you do physically to help somebody? What can you do to lend a helping hand or a foot or a shoulder to cry on? Or how can you give a hug? Virtually a fist bump or an elbow. Now we have COVID. That became a thing. How we can how we can find the heroes in our community and support them, how we can make the difference where we are. And so we use our hands. How can you use your voice for those around? And for me today, it really was part of the journey. Because there's a hymn in my notes. It says, "Depart from evil, do good, seek peace and pursue it." Right? If you're seeking peace, you won't have time to tear down. Man, mercy. Tamaris was saying she was 12. And Lady Mart says, here in Malawi, we celebrate John Chilimbwe. Now, I'm probably going to butcher that name. probably gonna butcher that name. Let me look at that one. John Chilembwe. I believe that's how that's pronounced. John Chilembwe. Milady Mart, let me know if I said that okay. But yeah, that is actually the thing. And we have two competing ideals. Let me read this one first. Let me read this one. 20 from Superfood Parents. 2024 is actually the year of okra. Kind of like the year of the dragon. I'm sure Martin Luther King would want people of all cultures to enjoy okra. No, he would want us to have the choice to say okra is of the the guy downstairs. Okra, that's what that is. That's what he would have the choice to say. Nope, we're free to be free of okra in 2024 because when it comes to okra, we standing on business, right? So we are here to help somebody get the revelation that there's no business, right? And I know Mac, Superfood Parents, maybe even Nea would agree, or Lady Mart. So you pronounce, okay. Chilembwe. 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 Reverend John. How about that? Reverend John. We could go with Reverend John. Reverend John, right? It's like, you see that? We are celebrating Reverend John here in Malawi. Absolutely. So, Tamaris was saying, I was 12 when he was taken from the earth. Life-changing and an incredible example of our MLB mission and ministry. Absolutely. We celebrate that today. Yeah, you pronounce. Okay. The third way, John Chilembwe. Right? You're going to say it fast. Chilembwe. Okay. Good. That's good. All right. And, it brings me back to the text. Brings me back to my text from the Psalms. Depart from evil. When you see there's evil or evil in your path, it's just like you turn from it. You turn from it. You turn from it. You just say, nah, this is not the way. You seek repentance. You ask forgiveness. And then you depart from evil. But you're not just departing from evil and stopping, because the evil will come back. But you have to fill that with good. Depart from evil, do good. In doing good, that's it's kind of like a threefold piece to it. I'm just thinking about Micah chapter 6 and verse 8. Right? Micah chapter 6 and verse 8. He has shown thee, O man, what is good, what the Lord requires of thee. Do justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with God. Right? This says, depart from evil, 1, do good, 2, and seek peace. But not just seek it, but pursue peace. It is exactly what Martin was all about. Reverend John Chilimbwe was all about. Nelson Mandela and other freedom fighters. Sometimes we forget. We think that our struggle is the only one, but no. When we look out to the world, we depart from evil and do good. We use our hands. We seek peace. We use our voice, and we champion those who cannot champion themselves, and encourage and admonish those who would do evil, right? And so, you speak out and you see a need, fill a need, and then you pursue it with a heart. Wait for it, with a heart full of love. Just recently came back from a congress, a youth congress, a collection of youth coming together to be trained to, do good and to seek peace and pursue it. And there's so many different pieces to it. But the main thing that I came away from with, there's sometimes you just have to just walk away from a situation. One of the keynotes for the event really focused on that. It's just like, yo, sometimes you just gotta walk away from the thing. The door that opens may not be the door you need to walk through, right? So to walk away from that thing. And it really touched a chord. It was like, man, mercy. We have to always keep in mind the way to go forward. It may not be, sometimes you stop, you wait. But then when you seek and you start to move, looking forward, depart, this is the word, depart from evil, do good, seek peace, and pursue it. That, my friend, is my heart song today. I trust that as you go through your day, as you move through the rest of your day, maybe it's already afternoon, right? It's like 1, maybe 2, maybe even approaching 3 o'clock. You're in Malawi. That's East Africa. Malawi, East Africa. I'm just thinking, wow, man. It's just a meeting of the minds and people making a difference. The commandment. There's so many things that I went through as I was preparing this morning. Jesus says in his love, the Lord your God with all your heart, the higher power that you can turn to. Love your neighbor. So love God, love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? So you love your neighbor as you love yourself. Yes. And something is not right here. Okay. Psalm 37:4. It is a wonderful promise. It is a wonderful promise. It is a wonderful promise. Psalm 37:4. where it says, delight yourself in the Lord. Seek peace and pursue it. That's that. Do good. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Now, when you delight yourself in the Lord, you seek peace and pursue it. You do good. You love mercy. You walk humbly with God. The things that you desire will line up with His desire. Let me run that back a little bit. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and He will give thee the desires of your heart. That's a good one, Tamaris. Thank you for sharing. So good. And it's right in line with departing from evil. Right? Delighting in the Lord will allow you to do good, because God is good. God is love. And that love will flow. Oh man, it's all intertwined together. So I'm grateful that you guys were able to come by and share and enlighten me. I hadn't heard of John Chilembwe before, so that just came through today. I learned something new, and I would not have if I had just said, it's time to go back to bed. Time to go back to bed. But I'm grateful for all of you coming through today. And I pray that you guys have a wonderful day. So I'm going to go back to my content. Coming up to the live stream. I'm going into my customization and looking for redirection. And I believe we have Kirk Nugent coming up now. I don't know if he's live yet. In fact, I probably could find that out really easy. What I want you to it's like Eddie is already over there. And then there, you're supposed to be in my live stream. What are you doing over there on Kirk's stream? Leaving comments. Huh? Let me grab the link and I can paste it over here. She's like, and he's like, I'm here. Oh, man. You know what? I'm putting the link, but it's not lighting up. What is going on? You know, let's try it from here. Let's see if it shows up differently. That's wild, y'all. You see those two? One of them's highlighted as a link, and the other, it's not highlighted as a link. I gotta talk to YouTube about that. Regardless, let me see if I can remove this one. As it is. It's not letting me move it. All right, I hear the music going. And so I'm going to let's release us all to go check him out. Absolutely grateful for each one of you today. Blessings and salutations as you go. Depart from evil, do good, seek peace, and pursue it. Just like Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, John Chilembwe. These are heroes that took what they had and gave. Have a blessed day, y'all. We'll see you in the next one. Do good by using your hands, your heart, and your voice. Last thing I would say, be the reason someone smiles today. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.